Okay, hello again, beautiful artists. Welcome back to another episode of Paint Along with Skye. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Skye, and I post beginning level acrylic tutorials here on YouTube. Every Saturday at 11 a.m., we're trying a new live streaming format today, so please excuse the technical difficulties. A little bit of the pause at the beginning of the video. Want to make sure everything is looking good. Please hit subscribe if you'd like to join us each week and paint along. One way or the other, I'm going to be getting these videos out to you guys every week. Every Saturday. So the colors that we're going to use for today's tutorial, which is going to be a nice Irish themed Celtic St. Patrick's Day type painting, we're going to have two little batches of white here, a little bit of black. I have a nice amount of phthalo green as well as a little bit of yellow and just a tiny little pinch of red. I have my 3 standard brushes in today's class as per usual. So I have my 1-inch wash brush. I have a medium-sized pointed brush, and then a small detail brush. I'm going to take those, get them in my water cup off the screen here, and we are ready to go. If you'd like to see a more detailed materials list of everything that you need to paint along, check the description box below. It'll take you to my website and show you everything that I use. Okay, let's go ahead and start today with our clover shape. So I'm going to do a 4-leaf clover, of course. It's way more lucky. So this is going to be really the main focal point of the painting today. So we want to have it be pretty big. You don't want a really small clover for this, okay? So we're going to start by mixing up a little bit of a nice light green. Don't want it too light though. So we're just going to mix our beautiful phthalo green with a little bit of yellow. Nothing too tricky there. Okay, and I just have my small brush here because I'm going to just be creating the shapes first. Okay, and I'm going to go from about the top here. I'm going to create what is essentially a heart shape. And I'm going to start small, that way I can make it bigger as need be. So probably a little bit skinnier than it's going to be. And I want to go from almost the very top to right about the middle. And the bottom here is going to be like a little curve. So rather than coming to a point, I think that looks like a heart. And then from the bottom here as well, again, starting small so that I can adjust and make them bigger as I go. There we go. A little bit of fuzz here, and then 2 from the side as well. Very simple today. Easy shape, perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, and then once we have our shape looking pretty good, we're going to go ahead and fill it in. And as I fill this in, I'm going to kind of refine the shape. So just that same green color, just working with the white of the canvas here. And I'm going to fill it into that little sketch line that I made, and we're going to finesse it, is what I like to say. So might need to kind of step back from your painting a little bit and make sure that they all look as close to each other as they can. You want them to be duplicates, but also there's no such thing as perfection, so don't worry too much. All right, that's looking really good. So just getting that filled in here with that main green color. Nice. And we're going to just fill all 4 of these little clover leaves in. And again, we can kind of adjust it to be bigger, like so, just gently pulling it out a little bit further. Like so, getting that nice shape. Okay, and now coming from the bottom as well, just gonna get all 4 of these filled in with that sort of medium green. So 2 big announcements this week. So the first one is that classes are going to be live streaming, most likely. I did actually run into a few technical glitches this morning with the first live stream setup, so I apologize if you are finding this later. But there was kind of two links running around out there, so apologize for that. I am not tech-minded, and I don't have tech support, so it's a one-woman show here. And although I have taught probably at this point thousands of painting classes, so that part doesn't make me nervous whatsoever, today YouTube wanted to film it in portrait mode rather than landscape mode, and it's because this camera is set overhead, so the internal little sensor of the phone wasn't picking it up correctly. Anyway, I found out the issue, but it's gonna be weird next week too. I don't quite know how to solve it yet, so more details on that to come, but I'm trying to get like a solid time for everyone too, so that you can just count on always painting along with me at a certain time. I've got the day down, so we've always been doing Saturdays. I've been posting usually before 2 or 3 p.m., but I've been wanting to live stream really since the beginning of this. That was kind of my original idea, because I thought it would be fun to have people actually paint along. All right, so just getting that filled in, all just with solid green. Looks good to me. Okay, and I just think this is so cute that they look like hearts too. My first version of this, I was doing a 3-leaf clover. Wasn't nearly as cute. Gotta do the 4-leaf clover for luck. Okay. Almost finished with this base coat, and then once we get this filled in, we actually want to leave it alone for a while because we want this to dry, so that we can come back later and add our beautiful white Celtic shape, which is actually deceivingly simple. I know that shape might look a little bit intimidating, but I promise it's going to be super easy once I show you guys how to do it. And you're going to be drawing that shape on everything. Okay. Looking good, very festive. Just getting that base color in, trying to have a nice clean separation line. So because we're doing a straight through class today, we're not doing the usual thing where we will let layers dry. So I'm just going to let this be filled in green now. Kind of smooth everything down so that there's not too many wet areas later. There we go. And then, yeah, we want to leave that area alone for a while so that we can come back later and add white. Okay, that looks good. Let's go ahead and grab our tiny brush again. Make sure it's nice and clean. We're going to mix up a little bit of orange. Hopefully I have enough yellow left. I'm going to grab just some more yellow real quick. I got my nice Grumbacher paints that I'm using today. Very nice, pretty vibrant colors. I thought I had enough, but need a little bit more. So we're gonna mix up a light orange, so mostly yellow with a little bit of red. Just a tiny pinch of red. And you'll get that beautiful gold orange color. And we're gonna do the right third of the canvas here as like a strip. And I'm just going to use my baby brush here to do as straight of a line down as I can. Like so. Looks good. And then I think I'll use my big brush to fill in, just to save time. But you could also use your medium-sized brush, would work perfectly as well. And nothing too tricky here, just getting that all nice and filled in. We're doing the Irish flag in the background here. So very pretty and simple to do. We're gonna leave that white in the middle alone for now, but we are gonna get that with paint later, just so that everything looks consistent. So even if you have white in your composition, don't necessarily want to leave your canvas white. This looks like a totally different texture. So we are going to address that in a minute, but just getting this all filled in for now with this beautiful yellow orange, bringing it as close to my little clover as I can, being mindful not to go into the green. Okay, coming along. There we go. Trying my best not to pull into the green there, and then coming back and making all of my brush strokes consistent so that they're just straight up and down. There we go. Okay, very nice. Now we're going to do the same kind of thing on the other side for the other side of our little flag here. And the other color that we're going to use is a lighter green. So let's go ahead and just take a little bit more of this beautiful clover green. And then we're going to pull some white into it, like so. We're going to make a gorgeous minty green. So being kind of a little bit creative with the colors today for the flag, rather than doing a bright orange and a bright green. I'm going to do these kind of muted versions, still very pretty. And that way it's just a little bit different than the bright green clover. So we want to have about the equal size strip here on the other side. About like so. Very nice, and then just a straight line here off the side in the same way, and then I'm going to grab my big brush to fill in, making sure I have it nice and rinsed clean, no more yellow orange in it. Okay, now I'm going to grab a little bit more white, I think. Get it in there, and same idea, straight up and down, brush strokes there. And we're going carefully around the clover. Letting that clover dry, resisting any urge to try to go back and adjust. We can do that later. Okay, that's looking good. Already coming along. If you are painting along, I would love to see your work. I've created a Facebook group called the Art Club, designed for my students to share their work, whether it be from painting along with me on Saturdays or whenever, or just from your own studio and imagination. I would love to see what you are creating. There's a link for that in the comments section below and in the description box as well. I'll put it in the comments too, just in case there's mobile viewers. I don't quite know how to access the description box from the mobile view, so both places there for you guys. And then also my color theory course is now available on Udemy and Skillshare. So that just went up this week too. So if you'd like to learn more about how to mix colors from primaries, check that out. Okay, there we go, looking good. Okay, pretty straight as we can. Okay, that's looking great. Let's go back and address our clover now a little bit more. I'm going to grab my small brush and just some black, and we're just going to outline our clover shape. Really simple. Nothing too tricky today. Okay, just going along the outside edge here and just making it look nice and clean and really pop. Okay, there we go. So along the outside edge, I don't want to go too far in here. I find that if you just kind of outline the outside edge, it really accentuates that clover shape. So don't worry about bringing that line too far into the center, just along the outside shape. Okay, I think this will be a perfect painting to do for a St. Patrick's Day party, like a sip and paint party. I myself am an Irish girl with a birthday in March. So it's a very popular holiday for me. and always has been throughout my life. There's always something fun going on, and if you go out and about and tell people that it's your birthday and you're very clearly Irish because of my red hair, people get really excited. So it's a fun birthday to have, you know, when the world is open. It's a little strange. It was a little strange this year, and well, it will be a little strange this year, and it was a little strange last year as well. Okay. Just going along the outside edges here, and you can see that really, I think, makes it pop. You all know how I feel about outlining things. I'm a fan of it. So I like things to look pretty clean and neat generally. Okay, nice and smooth outline all the way around, like so. Okay, great. Very nice. Now I'm going to take my medium-sized brush, and as promised, I'm going to go back into my little white area. And I'm just going to get some paint in there. You don't really need to be a perfectionist when it comes to this step, because you're not going to see the really fine like differences here between the canvas and the white unless you get really close, but you will see kind of an overall sheen difference if you don't get some paint in there. So let's just go ahead and throw some white paint here into our white area of our flag. And I was trying my best there to create a straight line there. Okay, getting some paint there. Oops. Into that section. You can always pull your paint up as long as it's wet, usually with a clean brush, like so, and then you can also always cover it too. There we go. No problemo. Just bringing that all the way around in each section. Trying my hardest not to pull it through any other colors, and just create nice clean lines of separation. Looks good. Okay. And here at the bottom as well. Going all the way around. It does make a difference, trust me. Okay. It's looking very nice. All right. And now back into the clover we go. We're going to make a beautiful light green accent color now with our red, or excuse me, with our yellow and green together and a little bit of white. And with this beautiful accent color, we're going to go along the outside edges here of our little heart shape. And then also right at the bottom. That's really going to accentuate each of these beautiful clover leaves or petals. And it's going to also kind of block out a place for us to add our beautiful Celtic shape here in just a moment, which is going to be the sort of piece de la resistance of the painting. And my green is almost dry here, so I think it should be fine to just go ahead and paint right through. But even though this is live, you can pause it. Just want to let you know too, if you ever need to. Okay, and now I'm going to just grab my small brush, and my little piece de la resistance here is going to be the gorgeous Celtic shapes on the inside of the leaves. So we're just going to be doing this with white, and it's just going to be the same shape 4 times. I'm going to show you how to create it, and by the 4th time, you're going to be a total expert. So what you're going to want to do is start from almost all the way here at the bottom part of your little heart shape, and you're going to create a sort of oval that comes to little points, kind of like an eyeball shape, like so, that comes from the bottom of your clover shape till right about the middle, maybe a little bit higher than the middle. And then we want to accentuate the triangular shape of our leaves here. So I'm going to go in this upper right hand corner now. I'm going to take that same sort of curve here, like so. See how I did that? And then from this curve, it's going to come up this way. And then it's going to come back and meet that other curve. And just like that, we have that shape. And then you just go back with that white and just clean it up a little bit. Nice broad brush stroke there. You don't want it too thin. And then once you have that beautiful shape, you're just going to go right in the middle here and create a circle as best as you can, right in the middle of all of them. Just going back there and refining the shape. And you can definitely practice this shape a few times before trying it with a paintbrush. It's only a little bit trickier with a paintbrush always. So maybe try it with a pencil first or a pen. And then maybe try it with a paintbrush, but not on your painting. And then try it on your painting. And always go very light-handed. And now we're going to do the whole thing again. And you can do this in whatever order that you like. That does not matter. I might pull a little bit of green through and create a sort of minty green, but that's okay. I will come back later and refine it. Just getting that main shape right now, so I'm bringing that over here. And that should just meet those same curves, like so. And then over this direction and back together. See, pretty simple. There we go. Okay, and then a nice circle right through the middle. So pretty. I really think that these shapes make the painting. Without it, it's just a boring old 4-leaf clover. But no, I think they're very pretty. Very, I think nice in the clover shape too, like the triangular shape accentuates the triangular shape. They're meant to be together. Okay, and then here at the bottom, just got 2 left. Trying my best to make these match somewhat. All about the same size. Down, coming into that shape, into the triangle. There we go. A little bit of gorgeous sacred geometry. Okay. And then right through the center, a nice circle. There we go. Okay. And then just the last one here. Trying to make this as even as I can. Nice. Here we go. And last one. Right to the center from the bottom. There we go. Matching all 4. Okay. And into the top. And down. And following the curve of the shape, letting the shape sort of create itself, really. Such a fun, gorgeous shape. Okay. And just a circle around that one. And guess what, everyone? That is all the instruction that I have for today's painting. So how easy and simple was that? Let me know what you thought of today's painting in the comment section below. I'd love to see you in the art club. I am also on Instagram and Pinterest. Thank you so much for watching. Wish me luck next week when we try the live stream again. So I will see you all then. Until next time, stay creative.